Good morning, everyone. So I'm just going to wait for a few more people to come in and then we can get started. So for the people that are here already, the only equipment you'll need today, if anybody has any knee injuries or they're on hard floor, then we can use a technique to fold up our mat, which I'll show in a minute, or you can just make sure that you've got some cushions nearby just to make sure that they're extra protected. Good morning. Just waiting for a few more people to come in. Hope we're all good this morning. Morning, Sophie. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Just wait for a few more. Yeah, good morning, Tom. Another Sophie, morning. Morning. So for anybody that just came in, good morning. Anybody just come in, if anybody has any knee injuries or on a hard floor here, then maybe just make sure that you've got a cushion to cushion your knee whenever we're doing a lunge, just to protect it. Good morning. I'll wait one more minute, guys, and then I'll kick in. Indeed, we'll find some good Zen for this Tuesday morning. I like this chat going on here. Cool. Well, I start off by talking at the beginning anyway, so people can join in before I actually start the class. So just to begin with, just get yourself comfortable, sit down on your mat whilst I talk to begin with, and then we'll come on to the class. Cool. So welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for coming to this 4-week yoga course. So this is from the wonderful Venetrix. It was Venetrix's 5th birthday yesterday as well. So from me, just a massive happy birthday to you all. A great team. I know how much hard work you all put into it. So congratulations and happy birthday. Cool. So this 4-week course is dedicated and more targeted at SaaS sales professionals. As you all know, each week there will be a different theme. And so this week is a positive mindset, and then we'll come on to discipline next week. 3rd week will be creativity, and 4th will be resilience. So focusing on this week with our positive mindset and how yoga helps us with this, and how we can take this not just on the mat, but taking it to help us with everyday life as well and our performance in our work. Cool. So a regular yoga practice creates mental clarity and calmness in our minds. Therefore, that relaxes our stress levels. And when we have this mental clarity in our minds, we are unstoppable. We have a clear vision of what we want, and we have the energy to want to fight for it. So yoga helps us be in more control of our negative emotions, replacing it with positive, therefore changing our mindset. And that will help with our performance in work, with our friends and family, and our own happiness, which is equally as important. So I'd just like to say as well that this class is for all levels. So for beginners, I will explain modifications and variations. Intermediate and advanced, I'll explain a few deeper stretches, and we'll go at a good, steady, reasonable pace for everybody as well for all levels. As we are not together in person, and this is via live on YouTube, everybody please keep in tune with your own body. If something really doesn't feel right, just keep breathing, come out of the posture slowly, and then I'll be more than happy to answer any questions as well during or after the class. Cool. I'll stop blabbing on now as it's 20 past, so we'll get on with the class. We'll start with a meditation and then we'll come on to the warm up, just getting our blood pumping through this morning. And then we'll come into a flow sequence with a series of standing and seated postures. And then we'll end just laying down in a meditation to just prepare us for the rest of our day and reflect on the class as well. And then we'll end with some positive affirmations, which we can take with us throughout our day. And that allows us to think freely and positively as well. Cool, so let's start with our meditation. So we'll start in a position called Sukhasana, which is a cross-legged. So I'm just going to be facing this way so you can see me, but you can come to facing at the front of your mat here. So we want to make sure that every single muscle is relaxed in this cross-legged position. So if you could feel that you're tensing your hips and it's slightly causing you discomfort, then just grabbing a cushion, or if anybody does have a yoga block, slide that underneath the base of your spine, and that will elevate you off of the mat. That will allow your knees to go down slightly lower than your hips, and that will help you align your spine. So just finding that comfortable position within the lower half of your body first. And then everybody take an inhale, raising your shoulders up. And exhale, pushing the shoulders back and down, creating space between the neck and shoulders. And slowly close your eyes. So we'll start with 3 deep breaths, which allows us to connect our breath with our bodies this morning. So let's take an inhale through the nose, expanding your stomach. And then exhale through the mouth. Choice to sigh out if that feels good for you. And let's do that again. So inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. So we completely eliminate any tension in the body, starting to relax. And again, inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. And we'll start to neutralize the breath now. So inhale through the nose. And out through the nose. So we're bringing something forward called Ujjayi breath. So on each exhale, you want to make the sound as if you're steaming up a mirror with your mouth, but keeping your mouth closed. So feeling the air push against the back of your throat and contracting the back of your throat as well. So this Ujjayi breath is known as the ocean breath in yoga. It allows us to send oxygen down towards our muscles so we don't deprive them of the oxygenated blood that it needs. It's a very calming, soothing, therapeutic breath. And it can be used not just in yoga, but in everyday life, whenever you feel like you need to calm the nervous system. So this week's meditation is the practice of mindfulness. It trains you to relax, but not fight in your current state. We meditate so we can observe and accept our mental and emotional patterns, as well as to feel the effects our thinking is having on our bodies without needing to change anything. So by meditating in this way, you develop a much calmer approach to life. You start enjoying the little things more and react more calmly and positively to whatever life throws at you. So let's just focus on our breathing. Listen to the rhythm of your breath. Allow thoughts to come and go without judgment. Think of them as events. You go to an event, you watch it, you experience it, and then you leave. So think that your thoughts are the events. You listen to it, you have more of an understanding of your thought process, and then let them float away and come back to focusing on your breath. So we'll set our intentions for this class. How do you want to feel during? How do you want to feel after? How do you want your body to feel? And from this moment, changing your mindset, allowing yourself to have a positive yoga practice, igniting positivity for the rest of your day. So now everybody, let's take a deep inhale and then exhale through the mouth. And then really slowly, in your own time, start to open your eyes. Cool, so we'll start with our warm-up today. So we're going to be staying in this Sukhasana position. So if you have that cushion or block underneath the base of your spine, keeping it there now. Everybody inhale, bringing both of your hands to your shoulders, and exhale, pulling the shoulders back and down. Taking another inhale, and we're going to exhale and start to rotate the upper half of the body round towards the left here. So we're just creating a mild twist within the spine. We're hydrating our spinal discs here and releasing any compression off of our lower back. So inhale, coming back to center, and exhale. We're going to move straight towards the right hand side here. So keeping both hips facing forward, you're only moving the upper half of your body here. And again, taking an inhale, coming back to center, and we'll exhale, move over towards the left-hand side. So making sure that your hips are still released. And then taking another inhale and exhale, coming over towards the right. So remembering this is a warm-up, nothing too strenuous. We're waking up our muscles here. Inhale and then exhale, release. So anchoring down our left hand to the side of us, and inhale, raising your right arm up, pull up and out of the body, and then we're going to fall over towards the left hand side here until you start to feel a nice stretch within the side of the body. So our main focus is keeping our right hip anchored on the floor, and then our right shoulder pulling back. And perhaps if it feels good for you, you can gaze over towards your right arm. If you have the body for it and it allows you to, perhaps you can bring that forearm down as long as that right hip stays anchored down. And enjoy lifting up and out of your torso here. And then we're going to bring that right hand towards the back of the head. Think about pulling your elbow back so you create a deeper stretch along the right hand side of the chest and the shoulder here. And we're going to exhale. We're going to connect this elbow towards the opposite knee, curving the back. So coming over towards our left knee. Inhale, open up. Exhale. Inhale, open. So keep this going with your breath. So we're activating the breath with movement here. And we're energizing ourselves by opening up our chest, creating that energy throughout our day today. So let's all do one last exhale, opening up, and then start to peel that arm away and bring the body up, and we'll move on to the other side. So anchoring down the right hand now, taking an inhale, raising that left arm up, pulling up and out of the body, and we'll start to fall over towards the right hand side. Again, thinking about those techniques I mentioned, keeping that left hip down and the left shoulder back, so you can still feel you're stretching all the muscles from your hip up towards your tricep here. And let's do the same things we did on the other side. So bringing that left hand towards the back of the head, allowing the elbow to open out more, opening the chest. And we're going to take an exhale, curving the body, bringing that elbow towards the knee. Inhale, open up. Exhale, connect elbow to knee. Inhale, open. So enjoy feeling the fluidity of the body here. Always observing your movement. And yoga allows us to explore what our body can do, or lets us know what we need to work on and what we would like to stretch out. So let's take another inhale, opening up. And here we come back to center. Nice. So just rolling the shoulders, just moving the body. We're starting to create that heat and energy within the body. So here we go. We're going to exhale, pushing the hands forward, curving the back, rolling the shoulders forward. Then we're going to inhale, lifting up. And again, exhale. Inhale. And here we go. Do a few more in your own time. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. So for anybody that sits at a desk all day, or whatever form that you hold your body in, perhaps that you neglect your posture. So doing chest openings is really great for us to just work on our alignment. And it's a very invigorating feeling, opening up your chest. Gives you that sense of freedom in our posture. We'll do one more. So really exaggerate it this time. Exhale. And then inhale up. And we'll come back to neutral. So let's transfer to coming onto all fours here. So again, as I mentioned to begin with, if anybody suffers with knee injuries, then we can fold up the mat here, create and keep folding it until it creates you extra cushion. And if you're like me and have got bobbly knees, then this is a great way to support that. So we're going to do something called cat-cow here. So we're going to take an inhale, gazing up, opening the chest and allowing the abdomen to collapse towards the mat here. And then inhale, do the complete opposite, contract the stomach, roll the shoulders forward, coming into a cat. So here we go, inhale, cow. Exhale. And again, inhale. And exhale. So we're finding flexibility within our spine here. And keep breathing through that movement. Again, this is a really liberating feeling. Really great to do first thing in the morning. Activating the spine. And it gives your body that muscle memory to want to hold it throughout the day as well. So let's do a few more. And it reminds you from when you are sitting down to think about pulling your shoulders back and down, warming up our body. Inhale and exhale, and come back to a neutral spine here. So we're going to inhale and pull our right arm up. So we gaze up to it and you're opening the chest. And then we're going to exhale, thread that right arm underneath the left, coming towards the back of our hand here, and start to lower the body down on towards our right arm. Until you start to feel that stretch on the outside of the right arm, and we're opening up the shoulder blades here. Again, it's equally as important to stretch out our upper back as our chest to get that full range of movement in our shoulders here. So then let's inhale, coming back up, opening up the chest, and then exhale, coming back to neutral. And we'll come on the other side here. So inhale, peeling the right arm up, keeping the hips level. And now we're going to exhale, thread the left arm underneath the right, lowering the body onto the left arm, opening up the back here. So allowing this right hand to be our support system. And here we go, inhale, pulling that left arm up, and we'll come back to neutral. So now just start to move your body in ways that feels good for you. So perhaps curving the body from side to side. You can do circular motions, the hips coming down towards the ground. You can just move the shoulders around, just doing something that feels great for you and your body. And as long as we are moving mindfully, and just getting rid of any daily toxins and any toxins that we may have gathered in our body throughout our sleep. And here we go. Let's tuck the toes under. We're going to lift the hips up and we're going to come into a downward dog. So let's break down a downward dog as we do a few of these throughout the class. Everybody inhale, pull your shoulders down and engage your shoulder blades together. Your palms want to be splayed out. Your fingers want to be splayed out on the mat here, supporting you. Next, you want to think of lifting this tailbone up towards the ceiling. And you have a choice to bend your knees and lift up your heels, or you could think about driving the heels down towards the mat. It's your choice. Just create that even weight between the hands and the feet. If you could feel your weight is going more on your hands, then just bend your knees slightly, pull your shoulder blades together, and you'll be able to rock further back here. So this is our downward facing dog. Nice, so let's start to walk to join our feet with our hands at the top of the mat here. And we're going to stay hanging over. You can keep your knees bent to begin with. And just feel like a rag doll, so feel really heavy here. Completely let go of the head. You can grab onto your elbows if that feels good and rock from side to side. We're activating our hamstrings here. So we're going to be doing a lot of hamstring stretches in this practice. So if anybody suffers with a lower back pain or any achiness, it could be related to tight glutes and hamstrings. So today's practice is focused on releasing that and releasing any compression out of our lower back here. So now everybody relax the arms. We're going to roll up the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae, allowing your head to be the last thing that comes up. Rolling the shoulders back and down. And for a brief moment, just closing your eyes. And again, let's ignite that positivity, knowing that we are in complete control of our mindset here, allowing us to have that positive mindset. And let's all have a good practice, preparing us for a good, productive, optimistic day. And now start to open your eyes. Cool. So let's stand it in Tadasana. So a standing posture, engaging all of the muscles. So we're going to tuck the tailbone under, engage the glutes, quads, hamstrings, pull the kneecaps up. Inhale, raising the shoulders up. Exhale, lowering it down, opening the chest, gazing up. So this is called a samastiti. So whenever I say this, activate all the muscles in the body and it will prepare us for our flow sequence. So here we go, everybody, raising your both arms up, gazing up, shoulders down. Exhale, swan diving forward, leading with the chest and coming into a forward fold, knees bent or knees straight, whatever feels good for you right now. Inhale, half lift, bringing your hands to your shins, gazing forward, creating a flat back. Exhale, planting the palms down on the mat. We're going to step into a high plank. So you have a choice here to lower the knees, elbows pointing back, and you lower the chest and chin. Or you can do a full chaturanga, which means lowering the body, hovering it off the floor, and then we're going to swim through to an upward facing dog, or modification, Sphinx. So Sphinx is forearms on the floor. Upward facing dog is hips lifted. I recommend for our first one to come into a Sphinx, slowly warming up the body. Exhale, everybody tuck the toes under, lift up the hips, and we'll come back into our downward facing dog. So you're going to start to feel the body really warming up now. Try and think of it as a movement meditation. So listening to your breath, easing your mind, whilst also making your body feel nice and limbered. So inhale, gaze into your hands at the top of the mat, bending the knees slightly, and we're going to take a step to join it, or as many steps as you'd like. Exhale, forward fold, knees bent or straight. Inhale, raising your both arms up. Exhale, samastiti. That was a sun salutation. So we'll do a few more of those, activating the body. So here we go. Inhale, raising your both arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, flat back, hands to shins. Exhale, everybody plant the palms down, stepping into that high plank. Choice, knees to floor, chest and chin, or you can come to that full press. And then everybody inhale, either come into an upward facing dog or Sphinx pose. Exhale, tuck the toes under, lift the hips up, downward facing dog. You can paddle out the heels here as well if that feels good for you. Inhale, gaze into your hands at the top of the mat. Step in to join them. Exhale, forward fold, knees bent or straight. Inhale, raising your both arms up. Exhale, samastiti. Let's go straight into this next one. Inhale, raising both arms up. Exhale, swan diving forward, leading with your chest into a forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step into that high plank, knees to floor or full press. Let's swim straight through to that upward facing dog or Sphinx. Exhale, tuck the toes under, lift the hips up, downward facing dog. So remembering to relax any tension in our face. If you feel that your jaw is tensed, your cheeks, your forehead, then just relaxing that now. Sending good messages up to your brain. If you send in tension up to the brain, then your body will react and think that there's something wrong. So perhaps creating a smile, if that feels natural to do so right now. And send those good messages up towards the brain. So inhale, gaze into your hands. We're going to step to join our hands at the top of the mat. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, raising your both arms up. Exhale, samastiti. So now everybody, bringing your hands towards your hips here, we're going to come onto a posture called Parvottanasana. So swing that left foot back, So you're going to be 2 to 3 feet apart here. We want to make sure both hips are facing the front of the mat. Again, tucking that tailbone under to begin with, lifting the shoulders back. You can either stay with your hands on your hips, or you can swing your hands to come into a reverse prayer behind you. So they're going to be in between your shoulder blades here. Pull the elbows back. Or, as I say, keeping the hands on the hip. Now we're going to inhale, lifting the chest up, and exhale. Start to forward fold over our right leg here. So aim is to keep the back flat. It doesn't matter on the height of the body. If you need to, you can bend that right knee for extra stability here. Pulling the shoulders back and feeling this nice stretch along the right-hand side of the hamstring. Back of the knee as well, and perhaps coming into our calf here. So engaging the abdomen, we're working on strength in this as well as flexibility. And exhale, releasing the hands. Again, if you need to take a plunger deep on the right knee, then do so. And then we're going to adjust that left leg behind us. And we're going to come into something called an extended pyramid pose. So your left heel is going to be off of the ground and your left toes are supporting you. And you're just going to create a deeper bend on that right leg, only for a brief moment. If you want to bend the knee, again, please do so. Create that flat back. And now we're going to inhale, bring that left leg back slightly more, lowering down that left knee, coming into a low lunge. So in this lunge, we want to make sure that our right leg is in a 90-degree angle. If you can feel that your knee is going further than your toes, then just adjust that leg a bit further forward so we can protect our Achilles tendons at the back here. And let's stretch out our hips. So you can keep your hands down on the mat here, or you can bring your hands towards your knee, whatever feels good for you right now. So again, if you're used to sitting down throughout the day, working at your desk, then that causes a lot of tension within our hips. So coming into this low crescent lunge is really good for us. We're stretching out that hip ligament, and that avoids our joints from rubbing together, which could cause arthritis as well. So really stretching out this hip ligament here, feeling ease throughout the whole of your body, releasing any tension within our hip. So using our left hand to come to the outside of our right knee here, we're going to peel back the right arm and we're going to create a slight twist. So gazing over towards your right hand, thinking that both shoulders are pulling back and down. And again, creating that twist, allowing our lower back to feel nice and released here. Keep breathing. And inhale, coming back, we're going to frame our right foot, rock both hips back, peel the right toes up, and we're going to come into another hamstring stretch here. So the more that you flex this right foot, the deeper the stretch around the back of the leg. Your hamstrings are going to feel nice and limbered, making you feel light throughout your day, therefore changing your mindset. Now rocking back forward, we're going to start to come back up, so tucking the left toes up, come back into that extended pyramid pose. Then we're going to bend the right knee, and as many steps as you want, or one step, we're going to join that left foot to join our right, and then exhale, forward fold. Now inhale, raising your both arms up. Exhale, Samastiti. Giving that right leg a bit of a shake, and then we're going to come onto the other side now. So bringing both of your hands to your hips, and we're going to swing that right leg 2 to 3 feet apart this time. Let's think about the techniques, both hips facing the front of the mat, keeping the hands on the hips, or you can swing and bring in both hands so they're in prayer position in the middle of your shoulder blades here. And everybody, open up the chest, no matter if your hands are on your hips or in this reverse prayer, and then leading with the chest, we're going to start to forward fold over that left leg. So let's think about it again. You can bend that left knee if that feels good for your stability. Keeping the back straight. If you can feel that it's curved over, then you may need to bring the back up slightly. If your hands are in this reverse prayer, then bringing back the elbows, lifting up the chest, feeling your hamstrings elongate here. And exhale. Let's come to frame that left foot. And we're going to come into that extended pyramid. So bringing back that right leg, right heel is off of the mat. Your right toes are on the mat. And take an inhale and exhale, go deeper over that left leg. Again, bending it if that feels good for you. Remembering to breathe. So inhale, and we're going to adjust that right leg further back, lowering down the right knee, coming into our lunge again here. So adjusting this left leg if you need to, making sure it's in a nice 90-degree angle. And let's think about pushing our right hip down into the mat now. Choice to either keep framing that left foot, or you can come up into this low crescent lunge. Stretching out our right hip ligament, lifting the back up here. Feeling that nice euphoric stretch in our hip. So now we're going to connect the right hand to the outside of the left knee. Peel this left arm back, and we're going to come into that mild twist again. So our torso is not meant to be static. It's designed that we can move it from side to side, but it's about knowing how to move it safely and efficiently. So coming into twists in yoga is really healthy for our spine. So again, enjoy knowing that you're doing good mentally as well as physically, or the other way around, physically as well as mentally. And inhale, let's come back. We're going to frame that left foot and let's rock the hips back, peel the left toes up, leading with our chest. We're going to come into that hamstring stretch again on the left leg. So the more that you flex the foot, the deeper the stretch as well. Keep the breathing going. The breathing helps with the resistance. Exhale, coming back, rocking forward, tucking the right toes under. We're going to lift up into that extended pyramid. And again, bending that left knee and taking as many steps as you need to join the right with the left. And let's exhale, forward fold. Everybody, inhale, half lift, bringing your hands to the shins, gazing forward. Exhale, let's step into a high plank. Choice knees to floor, or you can come into that full press, lowering down. Inhale, upward facing dog or sphinx. And then exhale, tucking the toes under, lifting the hips up. We'll come into our downward facing dog. We'll just do one more sequence of standing up here. And again, we're creating that heat and energy. So we're going to inhale, raising our right leg up, and we're going to bring it through. And we're going to come into a position called Warrior One. So our left foot is in a 45-degree angle behind us. Again, we want both hips to be facing the front. If you're struggling to bring that left hip round, adjust that left leg towards the side of the mat, and that will help bring that hip around. We're going to lunge down on our right knee. Inhale, raising your both arms up, bringing them in prayer position above your head. And this is your Warrior One. So now we're going to adjust that left foot back. So it's going to come to the center of the mat. Our right heel is going to be in line with the center and the arch of our left foot. And we're going to lunge down on our right knee. This is called Warrior Two. So again, think about coming in a straight line, bringing that left hip back, bending down. So warrior positions can seem quite hard, especially if you're not used to them, but this is where this mindset comes in. Change your mindset, know that you're exploring and know that you have the ability to do it, and tell your mind that you can. So Warrior Two. Staying in this position with our legs, strengthening them up. We're going to slide the left hand down the left leg here, bringing the right arm over the head. This is called reverse warrior. So again, feeling that nice stretch along the right hand side of the body. And exhale, coming back to warrior two. Straightening up the right knee. We're going to turn the right toes in, turn the left out, and we're going to come into warrior two on the other side. We're nearly there, guys. Keep breathing through this. Just keep thinking how good your body's going to feel after and for the rest of this day today. So now we're going to cartwheel the hands down to frame our left foot. So we're facing the other side of our mat here. And then exhale, pushing into our downward facing dog. Using our Ujjayi breaths. And we'll get ready to come onto the other side here. So inhale, raising our left leg up, pulling it through, coming into warrior one. Again, think about those techniques. Right hip coming round, bending down, right foot in a 45-degree angle, both arms up, warrior one. And we'll adjust that right leg, coming into our warrior two on the other side. Think about externally rotating both hips out and then lunging down on that left knee. Nice. So we're going to now come into that reverse warrior. So sliding the right hand down the right leg, bringing that left arm over. And again, feel that invigorating feeling of that stretch on the left-hand side of the body here. And exhale, coming back to warrior two. Straightening up that left leg. We're going to turn the right toes out, so both toes are going out towards the side. Bringing your hands to your hips, tucking the tailbone under, and we're going to come down into something called a goddess squat. So you want to think that you're coming down in one straight line here. If you could feel that your tailbone is sticking up, then just come up slightly. And we're just warming up and stretching out our inner thighs here. Lifting the chest up. Bending. And inhale up. We'll do that one more time. Exhale, going down into a straight line. Open up our hips, making sure that our knees are rolling out as well. They want to be going over our second toe here. Inhale, coming up. We're going to adjust the left leg so it comes back into our warrior two on this side. And let's cartwheel the hands down, frame our right foot and push down into our downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze to your hands at the top of the mat. We're going to step to join them. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, raising our both arms up. Exhale, Samasthiti. So we're going to come to a balancing posture before we transition down to the floor. So if you know you need to work on your balance and stability, then come near a wall or perhaps you have a chair nearby. And we're going to come into something called tree pose. So let's shift our weight onto our left leg here. And we're going to use our right leg and we're just going to bring it towards the ankle to begin with. So our right foot resting on our left ankle, that right knee is going out towards the side, and you can bring your hands into prayer position here or to your hips. So you can either stay there, or if you're feeling stable, we can lift up this leg, bring the heel in between the left inner thigh, and again, that knee going out to the side, and we're just amplifying this stretch here. And let's work on our balance. Again, telling yourself that you can. And you will. Take an inhale and exhale, release. And we'll come to the other side. So this time, shifting the weight over towards our right leg. And again, just bringing that foot towards the ankle here. Bringing out that left knee towards the side. Hands in prayer position or either on your hips. And again, if you're feeling stable, then we can bring that foot in between the right inner thigh here, left knee out to the side, hands in prayer position. And again, let's focus on being still. Pick one point of the wall in front of you. Focus the mind. Preparing us for a focused, productive day as well. And inhale and exhale, release. Nice. So we'll start to transition down to the floor here. We'll do a sun salutation to do that. So coming to the top of your mat, our last Samasthiti. And here we go. Inhale, raising the both arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Knees bent or straight. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step or jump into that high plank. Knees to floor or full press. Inhale, upward facing dog or sphinx. Exhale, coming into our last downward facing dog. And then let's lower the knees down to the floor, crossing the legs. And we're going to come to sitting back here. So elongate your legs in front of you. And we're going to start to incorporate relaxation here. So engaging the legs out in front of us, keeping the tailbone, keeping the spine straight. Inhale, raising your both arms up. Exhale, leading with your chest, coming into a posture called Paschimottanasana, which is a nice hamstring stretch here. So just resting. You can bring your hands to your shins, to your ankles. You can leave them either side of the body, or you can grab onto your feet if that feels good. And then let's start to neutralize our breath. Keep breathing. And we're just bringing relaxation back towards the practice here. So with relaxation, the more that we relax, the more we're relaxing our nervous system, and then we're letting blood flow around the body freely. Therefore, that is creating more energy. So sometimes people think with relaxation that you have to do it and you can only do it at the end of your day because you need the energy. Well, actually, it does the opposite. So it's really important that we find relaxation throughout our day. And concentrating on our breathing, it literally takes a few seconds to do a few deep breaths, clearing any of that mental chatter in our minds. So now inhale, calming back up really slowly. And we're going to start to come on towards our back here. So again, taking it really nice and slow, rolling down the spine. Stretching both legs out here. So we're coming into another hamstring stretch. Again, your hamstrings are going to feel nice. So elongate that left leg down towards the end of the mat. And we're going to bend in our right leg. So interlock the fingers, bring towards the back of the right thigh, and bring that knee as far towards the chest as it will go. So from here, we're going to extend that right leg. So it doesn't matter about the height, just bringing it somewhere that you can elongate it and flex that right foot. So we're interlocking the hands around the back of the thigh, not the back of the knee here. And we're going to do a resistance exercise. So push the leg into the hands and vice versa, push the hands into the leg. And if your leg starts to shake, that's a good thing. You're building up strength here. So take an inhale and then exhale, release. And perhaps on that exhale, you can bring that leg further towards the chest. So let's do that again. Inhale, creating that resistance between the hand and leg, building that strength. And then exhale, release. We'll do that one last time. So taking an inhale, Breathing into it and exhale, release. And then for this last stretch, you can bring the hands up the leg if your body allows you to. And just enjoy feeling this nice hamstring stretch here. And then bend in that right leg. And then exhale, lower it down. And we'll come onto the other side here. So again, let's elongate the right leg down, bend in the left in, and we'll interlock the fingers, bringing it round the back of the left thigh. And here we go. We're going to exhale, lifting up the bottom of the left leg, flexing it. So we'll come back into that resistance exercise. Push the leg into the hands and the hands into the leg. Creates that strength and resistance. And then exhale, release. Let's do that again. So inhale, pushing the leg into the hands and the hands into the leg. Create that strong feeling here. And exhale, release. We'll do that one last time. So inhale, create that resistance. We're literally lengthening our hamstrings by doing this. And exhale, release. And again, either staying here or you can walk the hands up the leg. Just breathing into this and observe how your legs are feeling now to how they felt at the beginning of the class. So bending that knee towards the body and exhale, release. So we'll come into one last stretch here. So bending both knees up. I'm going to break this down, starting with the modification. So you can grab onto the knees here and pull the knees out towards the side of the body. So you're opening up your hips here, your inner thighs. So either staying there or you can bring the legs up and you can grab onto your shins or your ankles and pull the knees down towards the side of the body. Or if you have the flexibility for it, you can grab onto the outside of the feet and again, pushing the knees down towards the side of the body. So this is called happy baby. I know it may feel and look a bit funny, but it's a really great stretch. It's a very rewarding stretch, especially if you're into your strenuous exercise. It's nothing too demanding. You're just opening up the hips here. And again, a day of sitting down, I recommend to come into this. Release that tension. Keep breathing. So we're going to come into our last meditation here. So it's a laying down meditation and we're going to completely rest all the muscles that we have been using, giving ourselves a battery reset, recharge, and preparing us for our day. So from here, everybody bringing your knees together and then exhale, lowering him down on the mat, allowing the knees to fall out towards the side of the body, bringing both arms down. And everybody take an inhale and exhale, melt towards the mat and start to close your eyes. So concentrating on your breath. Feeling your body rise and fall. And breathing into any discomfort of the body. Relaxing your jaw. Relaxing your tongue. And again, let's come back towards our positive mindset. knowing that you have authority over your thoughts. And throughout the day, whenever you feel like your mind is taking over, then just pause for a moment and just concentrate on your breathing. Therefore, changing your mindset. So now everybody taking an inhale and exhale. Start to wriggle your fingers, wriggle your toes, starting to bring movement back into our bodies. Then roll on towards the right hand side of your body, coming into a fetal position. Using your left hand to push your body up. And we're keeping our eyes closed here. And we're going to meet back in our cross-legged position. And we're going to end the practice with our positive affirmations. And we can take these with us throughout the rest of our day. So each line you can either repeat back out loud or back in your own mind. I reject all negative feelings about myself and my life. I reject all negative feelings about myself and my life. I will consciously accept all that is good. I will consciously accept all that is good. I am patient, calm, and in control of my feelings. I am patient, calm, and in control of my feelings. And I will greet this day with serenity in my mind and my body. And I will greet this day with serenity in my mind and my body. So everybody, let's take an inhale and an exhale, sighing out. And whenever you're ready, in your own time, slowly open your eyes. Namaste, everyone. I hope you all have a really lovely day today, and I hope you feel great after that class. Have a great day. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Please feel free to ask me any questions as well in the chat now if you have any. But thank you, everybody. No worries. Thank you. Have a great day, guys. I'll wait on for a little bit if anybody has any questions. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Venatrix, as well. Thank you. And again, happy birthday. Have a great rest of your week. And I'll see everybody here next Tuesday if you're around, 7:15 again. Next week, it is discipline. Thank you very much. Have a great day. See you then.